Welcome everyone to RM Stoudt, Jamestown, North Dakota. My name is Tara, here to give you a quick how to take your Jeep Gladiator or Jeep Wrangler from stock to summer in no time. All in all, it's going to take you about 20 minutes if you're doing this by yourself. If you have a teammate, it's going to take a little bit less time, but come along with us. We'll show you how easy it is. First and foremost, you're going to need your Jeep Wrangler or your Jeep Gladiator toolkit. Now, if you just got your Jeep Wrangler or your Jeep Gladiator, you should be finding this in the glove compartment or in the center console. If it didn't come with your Jeep, you should be giving your sales associate a quick call to find out why. Now, if you bought a used vehicle and it didn't come with this, go ahead and talk to us here at RM Stoudt, our fine parts department, or check in with your local dealership. They can get this on order for you. If you're just going to take the doors off, I highly recommend that you find someplace safe for your doors to be before you take them off. Nothing worse than getting the doors off and realizing you have absolutely no place to set them, okay? So I would recommend if you have a garage or a shop or a shed, make sure they're going to be able to stand up safely so that nothing can tip them over. So if you have cats or pets that might be curious, make sure that they're sturdy and they're not going to fall over. You're also going to want to make sure that you roll the windows down before you start taking the doors off. It's going to help make certain that your windows don't get cracked or broken, and it's much easier to get the doors off with the windows down. When it comes to finding a safe spot, even if it's just in your house, make sure that whatever floor you're putting your doors on is free of cracks or debris or anything that could rub on the bottom of the door, chip your door, or cause any problems. If you have some cardboard or maybe a good sturdy blanket or a nice carpet that you can set them on, that's also a good idea as well. If you're going to be hanging them in a shop, I highly recommend that you have some hooks that have the rubber around them and maybe 2 hooks per door. Granted, if you have a toddler or a preschooler or a kindergarten or first grader, moms especially, if you can lift that child, you can lift these doors, but make certain if you're going to be hanging them, you're hanging them on something very sturdy. Last thing you want is a door to fall and now you have to go get a repair. The first step that you're going to want to do is go ahead and get the wiring harnesses out of place. Now, when it comes to the front wiring harnesses, you have this little cover right here. You need to pull it straight out. Don't wiggle it out, don't wiggle it up, don't wiggle it down. Make sure you're pulling it straight out towards yourself. You do it otherwise, you're going to break these little tabs. Probably not what you want to do. Now, I'll also give you a little tip here. This wiring harness in the front is a little bit stronger than the one in the back. And if you have acrylic nails or brittle nails, ladies especially, I'm going to tell you, that's a nail breaker. You do have a little tab down here that you have to get to, but up here you have to lift up on this red tab first. This is the nail breaker. So if you have a hard time pushing up with a nail, maybe find something like a sturdy penny or maybe something flat that can help you push up on this little red tab. But this has to come up first. Once you get that red tab up, right underneath here, you see this white line and then you see that wiring harness. There is a little tab underneath here. You got to find it and push it. That will release this white tab, and then you can push that all the way up. Once that's done, you unhook that wiring harness. You can go ahead and unhook the door. It's better to have the door closer to you. It takes a little bit of tension off of this. There's just a little hook on this door. Now your wiring harness is off. Now the back wiring harness is a little bit different, and I'll give you a quick tip. Make certain that when you come back here to get to this wiring harness, put the seats all the way forward. It's so much easier to get to it. This door is a little bit different than the front. You can pull just out and down. There's tabs on the top and the bottom. It's a little bit easier, but again, be careful so you don't break those tabs. Now this wiring harness is a lot easier than that one. There's just a small tab. Push the tab, out it comes. Same thing, tension off the door, hook off. Now you're ready to take the doors off with the bolt. In your handy dandy toolkit, you're going to find 4 tools. Again, it's really that easy to get these doors off. You've got your ratchet and you've got your bits. I'm not going to pretend I know the sizes, but I can tell you that when it comes to the long bit, that's the one you're going to want for this interior door jamb. So there's a little elbow here. Of course, that makes it so that your door can squeeze in and out. You see that? You're going to need this long bit to get that one off. My recommendation is go around all 4 doors and take the same bolt off each time so that you keep them straight. But it's super easy. Click in and get her going. Did you know that there's underseat storage in your Wrangler or your Jeep Gladiator? This is very, very handy, especially if you can put your tools. Maybe you need some straps for anytime you're going to throw something in the back of your Jeep. It is a truck. You can use it like that. This is also great to put some of your groceries in. Maybe you have to run to the store and you don't want stuff blowing out. Look at this, underseat storage on both sides. This, however, is also where you're going to keep all those bolts that you take out of the door so you don't lose them. I highly recommend you use this storage. If you just think you're going to put them in your pocket or throw them in the center console, they're going to get lost faster than you appreciate. So use your tool bin. You'll never lose those bolts. Once you've gotten the longer bolt out of the inside of the door, you have these two out here. You end up getting the shorter bit to take care of these. Recommendation, you're going to want to throw these in and put some pressure on the bottom of your ratchet. And you also want to try and put your finger between the ratchet and the door, just so you're not scuffing your door while you're trying to take the bolts out. So now that you've got the inside bolt, the two outside bolts done, and of course you've gotten the wiring harness disconnected and the cover over the wiring harness has been unhooked, your door is ready to come off. Now again, if you've got toddlers and you can carry them around, ladies and gentlemen, you can remove this door. If I can do it, you can do it. But normally a buddy system does work better, so if you have someone you can pass the door to or they can help you carry where you need it to, that's always a good thing, plus it goes faster. Now, when it comes to putting the doors back on, just play this video in reverse. It'll tell you exactly what to do. But it's that easy to enjoy summer in your Jeep Gladiator or your Jeep Wrangler. Go ahead and take the doors off and enjoy a summer day. There's also another tip. You can also take off the top, of course, and with the newer versions, you do have the 3-piece hardtop, which is so much easier to take off. The newer versions also come with kind of a nice carrying case, so if you want to take the 3-piece hardtop off, you certainly can. If you have the single top, it's always better to have a buddy system on that as well, a little bit heavier than the doors. Now that your doors are off and you're ready to enjoy the beautiful summer that North Dakota allows, what happens to your hair? Guys, gals, safety tip. If you've got longer hair, keep your favorite hat right in the center console. Throw it on. Transfer case shifter, guess what I have? Extra hair ties. Give them to your passengers, throw on the hat, hair back, you're ready to cruise. Many of the new Jeep Gladiators come with automatic tailgate locks. Well, once you take your doors off, you can't unlock your tailgate, right? Well, you're going to have your keys with you anyway. So just remember when you come up on your tailgate and you have the doors off, you're going to have to remember to unlock that tailgate to get into it if you have a tonneau cover on it. They are made for summer fun, and I'm really hoping that you're going to enjoy taking the doors off and or the top off at least once during the summer so you can truly enjoy what Jeep has to offer. If you have any questions or need any other assistance, don't hesitate to call us here at RM Stoudt, Jamestown, North Dakota, 701-252-2270. Better yet, hit us up on social media or find us online at stoutcars.com.